Coming up on Mustang News, if you're in need of a bike, University Police may be able to help.
But first, hard cider used to be one of America's most popular alcoholic beverages. See how it's making a comeback on the Central Coast.
And then the second annual TEDx conference takes place this Saturday at the Cal Poly Performing Arts Center.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Mustang News this Monday. I'm Kenny Campbell.
And I'm James Hayes. Hard cider enthusiasts came together to taste unlimited craft cider from all over the world. Participants could choose from 18 tasting tents. Mustang News reporter Annabelle Carpenter has the story.
Hi, I'm Annabelle Carpenter here at the San Luis Obispo Cider Tours. We have cider tasting, games, and live music. Let's check it out.
Today I'm out here enjoying some delicious hard cider with my fellow Cider Squad members. Basically, if you had at least 8 people all buy tickets together, you got these awesome shirts. So we all got to come out and represent together that we're all very avid, hardcore cider drinkers.
Strickland said the cider tour is a great way to come together and enjoy good food and even better company.
And this guy right here has been my favorite part of the event. This is Brandon Schmiedeberg. Yes. This is my favorite part of the event right here, hanging out with this guy. Awesome. Cheers, bro.
One Cal Poly student came to the event last year and couldn't wait to see what this year had in store.
I prefer ciders over beer and like hard liquor and stuff, so when I knew they were coming back in town, this is where I was going to be.
Esposito says the event is a great place to meet people.
Last year I met new people. This year I've seen so many people that I know and I didn't even know were going to be at the event. And they have tons of games and stuff so that you can play while you're in a mood to play some games.
Annabelle Carpenter, Mustang News.
For the second year in a row, the event took place at El Chorro Regional Park outside of San Luis Obispo. Tickets sold for $40 pre-sale and $50 at the door. Some of the profits were donated to Bike Slow County.
If you're in need of some new wheels to get around campus, you're in luck. That is if you're looking for a new bicycle. The University Police Department will be hosting the annual bike auction starting today through Wednesday, October 25th at 5 p.m. This year's 157 bikes are up for grabs. The bikes came from all areas of campus and were collected after being abandoned over the last year.
This is a good way for us to turn them back over to the community. It's a nominal fee. Bidding starts at $10 and goes up. The majority of bikes are sold for about $20, and they can go all the way up to a couple $100 based on the type of bike. So I know a couple kids last year got away with about an $800 bike for about $85. So they made out like bandits. The revenue from this goes back into helping fund our alternate transportation programs.
The Alternative Transportation Program funding goes towards the replacement racks, the maintenance of bike lockers, and to help pay for the bus vouchers that are offered through Slow Transit. Any member of the public is invited to start placing bids on the blind auction bidding today at the Slow PD. Participants can win up to 2 bikes from their bidding.
This Saturday, students and community members come together to see the TEDx San Luis Obispo Conference. The theme of this year's conference is Climbing New Peaks, to recognize the motivational speakers and the 7 Sisters of Slow County. The TEDx president and lead organizer gives his take on the event's unique impact.
Our team felt like it was our duty to almost give back to the community in some sort of way.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I'll have your weather out there for the week. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
In this day and age, everybody gets their news from social media, and my team's pretty much in charge of making sure that Mustang News has a great presence across all social media platforms. Whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat, we want to make sure that our news is reaching our audience. At Mustang News, we're truth tellers. We're student media, but we're going to do our best to tell the truth of our people and the voices of the Cal Poly campus.
I think art is something that doesn't go appreciated that much, especially at a polytechnic campus. We have a lot of engineering and architecture focus, and we want to try to focus a lot of our arts writing on structural design and architecture design and things that relate to Cal Poly, but through the arts. I think good journalism comes from unbiased reporting, and I think we do a really good job at making sure that everything's accurate.
The thing about broadcast is it's not just on paper, so now you're actually seeing people's emotions and their reactions, and I think you just really learn a lot by being able to go face to face and also have a camera and capture those emotions. And broadcast is so fun in my opinion because you can take what you see and show it to your audience and show them exactly what you're witnessing or other people are witnessing at the moment.
Welcome back to Mustang News. My name is Brenda Garcia, and for this week's forecast, today, Monday, October 23rd, we can see that we are in the high 99 and low 63. So it's going to be hot and sunny. Make sure you stay hydrated and cool. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, we reach high 102 and low 58. Wednesday, 93, 58. Thursday, 85, 55. And Friday, 84, 54. And in the North County, Paso Robles, as you can see, is going to be very hot in high 90s, low 47. Tascadero reaching 88 and 49 low. San Luis Obispo is still really hot and sunny with high 95 and low 63. Arroyo Grande 96, 62. Santa Maria 96, 60. And on the beaches on the side, as you can see, Morro Bay this week is going to be extremely hot with high 93, low 59. Los Osos, high 94, low 60. Avila, 99, 63. So if you go to the beach, make sure you put on some sunscreen. And in the South County, Arroyo Grande hits 79 and low 54. Nipomo, high 88 and low 55. Santa Maria, high 89 and low 54. Guadalupe, 84, 53. Orchid, 90, 54. And Vandenberg, 83, 53. So like I said, make sure you stay hydrated and cool throughout the week because it's going to be very hot. And that's all I have for you today. On to sports.
Hello, I'm Sir Mile. I'm here with your Mustang News Sports. Injuries continue to affect the Cal Poly football team. Mustang News reporter Megan Healy checked with 2 starting players who are out for the season.
Cal Poly is down a handful of key players, including fullback number 5 Joe Prothrow and most recently starting quarterback number 10 Khalil Jenkins. Prothrow went down at a San Jose State game and is recovering from a grade 3 MCL tear.
I've been on the bike a lot lately, so I'm just taking it day by day.
Jenkins felt a pop in his knee during an Idaho State game. That pop turned out to be a torn meniscus. Both players are out for the season, but football trainer Elias Levenway is here to help the players work through their setbacks.
Kind of like sports psychologists and kind of, and what we're doing to kind of help the guys and help them be able to work through those different phases to get to a building block to get where they need to be in order to be successful again. Because anytime, any not just Khalil or Joe, but any athlete that, let's say, has a debilitating injury where they have required surgery, they're going to be out for a very long period of time. It's a difficult grind.
Jenkins and Prothrow will still be supportive of their team, even if it is from the sidelines.
Right now I'm still just trying to be a good teammate for these guys and be a captain and be a leader as best I can. I still feel like that's kind of my role right now.
Megan Healy, Mustang News.
This past weekend, the Mustangs lost their 7th straight game on October 21st to Weber State. Cal Poly baseball has recently begun practicing for the upcoming season. The Mustangs look to have another successful season after coming in 2nd place in the Big West last year.
So we recently just started our weekend inter squads, and then this Saturday we're actually going down to LMU to play a little scrimmage against some different competition. I'd say the team's looking pretty good this year. We got a lot of returners, really good freshman class. So there should be some good competition going on in some positions.
The baseball team usually has 2 to 3 games a weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday amongst themselves now that the season is approaching. The Mustangs finished last year's season at an even 500 with 28 wins and 28 losses and sent 3 pitchers to the major leagues. The Cal Poly volleyball team swept both of their matches this weekend to extend their winning streak to 14 games. Volleyball cruised to victory, defeating both CSUN and Long Beach State in straight sets to improve to 8-0 in Big West Conference play. Senior setter Taylor Nelson moved up to 3rd all-time in career assists at Cal Poly with a match-high 36 assists against CSUN, and sophomore Tori Van Winden led the Mustangs with 15 kills against Long Beach State. Cal Poly is now 19-2 overall and remains in 1st place in the Big West. The Mustangs are currently ranked 23rd in the latest AVCA Top 25 Coaches Poll, which is the highest they have ever been ranked since 2008 when they were ranked 22nd in the country. And that's all we have for Cal Poly Sports today. We'll be right back with more Mustang news right after the break.
I'm the person responsible for deciding if things are going to be covered or not and assigning those stories to news reporters. Obviously, editor-in-chief is the last word on anything, but I am kind of that gatekeeper when it comes to pursuing a story or what angles to take with it. To me, journalism is telling the truth no matter what and getting everything as accurately as possible to tell a complete story when it deserves to be told.
So I am in charge of making sure that the paper is distributed every Tuesday morning because that's when the new editions come out. I think my job, the most important thing with my job is that it gets the papers out there for them to actually read. Without my position and my guys, my delivery drivers and my brand ambassadors, the papers would not be seen every week on campus, essentially.
Mission for this year is to basically get the news first so that Cal Poly students are aware. Like so far to start off the beginning of the year, there have been things such as like parking and bus routes, and students have so many questions about that, and so that kind of goes to what I want to do for this year, and is I want to get that information out to students. Good journalism means that we are getting the story out, but that it includes all the information, that it answers all the questions that people are asking.
I manage a team of MMJs, multimedia journalists, who cover all news on campus, from administration to student life to any protests that happen on campus. We really just have our finger on the pulse of Cal Poly. Journalism is reporting on the facts at all times because we have to, regardless of whether or not people may disagree. Biologist Damon Ty came to San Luis Obispo Botanical Garden Sunday, October 22nd, to teach the community about citizen science. Ty's workshop presented a new application for ecologists called iNaturalist. The application focuses on citizen science, which is scientific research conducted by amateur scientists. Users can take photos of living organisms and share their observations with a global community of ecologists. During Ty's workshop, community members had the opportunity to test the app around the SLO Botanical Garden.
I mean, iNaturalist is really beneficial, I think, for science majors in that it can allow you to learn about a lot of the organisms around you, but even from more of like a scientific point of view, going in and mining that data, there's a lot that you can discover just by mining the data in iNaturalist. Like, I have an interest in fungal taxonomy, and iNaturalist makes it really easy for me to find out where things are occurring, when they occur, so that I can go out and actually try and see those things in the field, maybe do a collection to do DNA work with. So it's a really useful platform, not only from learning, but also from mining data out of.
Ty plans to take the presentation to Cal Poly during the winter quarter to further educate students about citizen science.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Cal Poly for the second year in a row. This year's theme is Break the Silence. SAFER teamed up with RISE and Women's Shelter, two nonprofits in San Luis Obispo, as well as with other organizations on campus. The goal is to shine a light on a recurring issue.
Women's Shelter and RISE were recognized by a DVAN proclamation for City of SLO that it's actually Domestic Violence Awareness Month for October. And then we also have put on a Pride Center workshop, and then we've done a bunch of booths. We're doing a self-defense class this weekend, and then we're also partnering with women's and men's club soccer during their regional tournament on October 28th to do a fundraiser barbecue for Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
These events will go throughout the month of October. For questions on domestic violence and upcoming